Hey buddy, this is Collin, Mr. Oldschool Gamer, bringing you another clip from the wonderful world of Warships. So today I thought I'd give you guys a little special bonus Saturday video for every one of you guys that, as like me, have found a reason to sit in your homes this Saturday. I'm of course battling my man cold of epic proportions, so can't really do anything else than just try and relax and rest as much as I can. So this time it's one of my absolute favorite ships in the game, the Akizuki. And it's on a 4-cap domination mode, Sleeping Giants. And I am pushing the A-cap. Now, I'm not a big fan of pushing straight into the A-cap, especially from this direction in the start of the game. I do like to play aggressive and things, but you will pretty much lose half your health if you try and push straight in. So I usually go wide on the flank and try and spot and torp as much as I can. Now, if you followed my channel for a while, you know that I have a quite extensive playlist with my Akizuki on my channel. Where I get First Blood and Kraken Unleashed in this ship with my Yamamoto captain, who I have piloting this ship. And I thought it would be a nice change of pace from all those great games to actually show you a real brain fart moment on my part. And that is this game. I had a pretty good start in this match, but the ending just made me end up sitting staring into the monitor and wondering what the hell was I thinking. Which doesn't happen so often, but now and then it will happen. So we were trying to lend as much support as we could to that Z-23 that pushed straight into the cap. Unfortunately, he lost a whole lot of health doing that, and also he encountered an enemy destroyer who has gone into the cap from the other direction. I also smoked up the friendly rune, so he will be able to sit still and also support the Z and also support me in this flank, pretty much. So I took care of that North Carolina. Unfortunately, it wasn't the First Blood in this case, so I didn't get the special Yamamoto captain reward with the extra consumable. If you want to check out any of those games, I have a pretty extensive playlist on my channel with a lot of First Blood and Kraken Unleashed games with Yamamoto captain. Especially Kraken Unleashed is of course extra special to get with Yamamoto captain in this ship, because then these already strong, amazing guns get a pretty full retard reload of only 1.6 seconds, I think, which make this ship almost like a minigun. So I'm just continuing to harass the enemy ships on this flank, trying to get this Missouri to back off. The enemy unfortunately killed off the Z in the A-cap and managed to take the A-cap. So now it's pretty much just me and this rune that is holding this flank on our own. We have a Iowa that has chosen quite a interesting positioning on the other opening of the A cap, where he sits pretty much without any kind of support. And I don't really know why he positioned himself in that way. And he called out for support, and now he seems to be pushing straight into the cap, where an enemy DD and a couple of other enemy ships are awaiting him. So I don't really know what that is all about. But high tier battleship players, what can you say? So I'm just trying to figure out which ship I should start to engage. Not really a big fan of shooting ships that are border humping, because it's really hard to get the shells on target, especially with these lofty shell arcs that I have on the Akizuki. And there the Iowa goes down. A full health battleship pushed around the corner and died. GG. So I'm looking at this Alsace instead. He's trying to push in front of his team, and he of course will become my main focus, because I do want them to start second guessing their decision, because as I said, it's only me and this rune that is holding the entirety of this flank back. So we need to be as effective as possible. Now I engage my torpedo reload booster, because I thought that these torpedo may have a possibility to hit the Alsace, and it ended up actually being a torp that causes a flood. And since my damage counter isn't moving, I know that he burned out his damage repair. So of course I'm gonna smoke up and start putting some perma-fires on this guy. I also have a second salvo of torps in the water, and look at that. So 1 perma-flood and 2 perma-fires that he can't repair. So I know this guy is pretty much a goner. I'm just taking this opportunity to try out the new buffed HE pen that Akizuki got in the last update. So I'm just trying out the new pen on the bow of the Alsace. But I'm burning him down and killing him off. So now it's me and this Gneisenauer. And I do love all these ships that has the possibility to stack damage upon each other. I love all my destroyers that have the torpedo reload, like Yugumo and Asashio, and also this one, because you have the possibility to start ticking damage with fires or a torp, and then when they repair you can start even more permaticks on their damage with new salvos of torps or new fires. And that is of course one of the reasons why the Akizuki and the entirety of this gunboat line that Japanese have is such efficient killers. So I have torpedoes in the water, and I think he damage conned once, if I don't remember incorrect. So every damage I get to stick on him now should be permanent. And I get 3 torp hits with floods, and that ends the career of that Gneisenau. So I'm up to 3 kills and 204,000 damage done. So until this point, this was pretty straightforward. not totally unusual Akizuki game. And me, of course, is pretty alone on this flank right now. The rune has pushed very far into the eastern side of the map. So it's pretty much me and me, myself and I that have the responsibility of trying to get these enemy push on this side to pause for as long as possible. I do see the enemy Kagero, I think it is, pushing into our base cap. So that is of course something that I will need to deal with as well. And that is a part of my brain fart moment. So I know this enemy Kagero has pushed into the cap, and I of course have to try and go inside the cap to try and push him out and hopefully kill him. Get a couple of well-aimed goodbye salvos from that Atago, making me use my damage repair. And I know he's probably sitting right behind this island, so I first thought that I would be able to really go close to the island and maybe proximity spot him. And maybe that cruiser battleship that is between those two islands at the... is it the D cap or C cap? He could probably fire upon the destroyer if I just get him spotted. So that was my first plan. But it seems like he is not as close as I thought to the island, because I don't get any proximity spotting. And of course the Atago is pushing up yet again. So now I need to turn around, circle around, and try to get into the cap again. Trying to push him out the other way by pushing him behind the island, so to speak. But I do need to have in mind that this Atago is hunting me as well. So I'm trying to go inside the cap once again before it turns. But the enemy Kagero managed to take the cap. But now he left it, so now I'm turning the cap once again. So I'm trying to get some supporting fire from the ships over to the other flank. I'm trying to engage this enemy Atago before I go behind the island, hopefully getting maybe a fire upon him. And here comes the enemy Kagero. And the thing is, here's my big brain fart moment. I know that it is no reason why a Kagero should pick a gunfight with Akizuki, because that would be straight up suicide. I know exactly what he is doing right now. He's launching torps. But my brain for some reason can't really process that information. So I'm just sitting here like a noob. Just, wait. Oh, look, enemy torps. I mean, I had done 220,000 damage, 3 kills, Confederates, high caliber, devastating strike. I mean, why? I mean, I could just have accelerated forward and engage him on the other side. I mean, I knew exactly what he was doing. If you wonder why I'm not flipping around looking at the other ships right now, is because I was just sitting in awe. I was just sitting here in shock, trying to figure out what the hell that I was thinking at this moment. I mean, if a torp destroyer is showing himself to you, he has no good guns. He's turning his side towards you. I mean, it's pretty goddamn clear that he's dropping torps. Why would I just sit there? Yeah. What can I say? Well, I had to go out to port because I couldn't really be stuck in that game any longer, but I checked out the results screen afterwards, and sure, it was a good game. I made number 1 in the team, which is always nice. And of course did pretty good damage to those enemy battleships. Tanked 1.3 million damage in a destroyer with a health pool of, what, 20,000? That is pretty good game. But still, I mean seriously, I can't still, until this day, figure out what the hell I was thinking about. But that said, I want you guys to have a good Saturday. Have a good one. Bye bye.